Sydney is the most populous city in Australia and the capital city of the state of New South Wales. Sydney lies in a coastal basin with the Tasman Sea to the east, the Blue Mountains to the west, the Hawkesbury River to the north, and the Woronora Plateau to the south. Overall, Sydney has 9 rivers and just over 100 creeks. Most of Sydney's water storages are on tributaries of the Nepean River. Parramatta River drains a large area of Sydney's western suburbs. The estimated population is over 5.2 million, meaning the city is home to approximately 66% of the state's population. Aboriginal Australians have inhabited the Greater Sydney region for at least 30,000 years. In 1788, the first fleet of convicts founded Sydney as a British penal colony, the first European settlement in Australia. After World War II, Sydney experienced mass migration, and by 2021 over 40% of the population was born overseas. A second language, other than English, is used in 42% of households in Sydney. The most widely used non-English languages at home are Mandarin, 5%, Arabic, 4.2%, Cantonese, 2.8%, Vietnamese, 2.2%, and Hindi, 1.5%. Despite being one of the most expensive cities in the world, Sydney frequently ranks in the top 10 most livable cities in the world, and it is classified as an alpha global city. Ranked 11th in the world for economic opportunity, Sydney has an advanced market economy, with strengths in finance, manufacturing and tourism. The city is among the top 15 most visited cities in the world, with millions of tourists each year. 70 surf beaches can be found along its coastline, with Bondi Beach being one of the most famous. Sydney surpasses both New York City and Paris real estate prices, having some of the most expensive in the world, with the mean house price at $1,140,000. Tourism in Sydney generates approximately $30 billion to the state's economy. Sydney received 16 million visitors, or nearly half of all international visits to Australia. The main sources of Sydney's international tourists were from East and Southeast Asia. The most visited landmark in the city is the Sydney Opera House, located at Bennelong Point. Sydney has the largest economy in Australia, generating a GDP of $430 billion. Sydney is the largest manufacturing hub in Australia, with the value of the city's manufacturing industry overtaking that of Melbourne. Sydney's manufacturing sector consists largely of domestic-focused and high-tech manufacturing such as biotechnology, food processing and advanced electronics. Sydney has a humid subtropical climate with warm summers and cool winters. The warmest month is January, with an average temperature range 23.5 degrees Celsius or 74.3 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest month is July, with an average of 13.4 degrees Celsius or 56.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Sydney's native plant species are predominantly eucalyptus trees, and its soils are usually red and yellow in texture. What is the name of the mountain range that borders Sydney? Write your answer in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel to reach more geography fans.